Welcome to another episode of Public Speaking and Presenting Made Easy. It's an online show and it's a podcast, and it's full of tools, tips, techniques and advice in bite-sized chunks that will help you stand up and speak with confidence every single time. Now, I spent 2 years asking hundreds of people what they found difficult about public speaking and presenting. And this podcast is all about what they told me, and I'm going to show you how to overcome all of those difficulties. So if you've got fear, anxiety over public speaking, or if you struggle to structure and write your talk, if you want to influence your audience to take action or decide to buy something, then this is the podcast for you. We're always friendly, we're always to the point, we no waffle, no padding. This is Public Speaking and Presenting Made Easy. I'm Mark Faithfull from the Malmesbury Street Speakers Academy, and thank you for joining me today. This week we're going to be talking about the power of the pause. In essence, it boils down to this: you can speak way faster than your audience can listen. So slow it down. If your speaking feels a little bit too slow to you when you're stood up or when you're in your online meeting, then it's probably just about right for the audience. Speaker, you need to slow it down. A surefire way to lose your audience's attention is to speak too quickly. You know your topic. You have thought about these ideas for days, perhaps weeks, even months. You're familiar with the logic of your argument. You have felt the passion and the enthusiasm maybe for quite a long time. So as a result, this can make you just speed through your presentation because you are so familiar with it all. Well, it might be familiar to you, but it is brand new to your audience. They need time to digest what you're saying, to accept each new idea before you then use it to build on the next point. So here are 2 important techniques that speakers often overlook but will dramatically affect your speaking and presenting for the better. So we'll start with the pause. Now, pauses are powerful. They can build drama or they can build comedy when they're used well. And then the unimaginable happened. And a pause will add emphasis or drama or comedic effect. Well, I'm sorry I'm late, there's a problem with my train. Yeah, the problem was when it left the station, I was still in bed. Or how about this? Her team would follow her anywhere, out of curiosity. If you are setting a scene, leave a pause for the audience's imagination to fill in the gaps. It was a warm and fragrant summer afternoon in the garden. Or equally, it was a warm and fragrant summer afternoon in the factory kitchen. If you find yourself saying or similar thinking words when you speak, try turning them into pauses instead. It might feel a little bit odd to you, and the pauses might feel long to you, but to the audience, it just appears natural and much less, distracting than lots of ums. A pause tells your audience it's time to pay attention, and it telegraphs that the next thing you're about to say is worth noting. Pauses are punctuation, so they should show up where there is a full stop or a comma in your script. Don't put them randomly in the middle of sentences. If the adrenaline of the moment tends to make you speed up when you speak, work to deliberately place your pauses as a means to slow you down back to a speed that is comfortable for the audience to listen to. Now, if Churchill could put stage directions to himself in his scripts, then you can do the same to remind yourself when to pause. Now, a pause can also signal a transition. So a transition is like a key change in a song. It marks the end of one point or one idea and declares that you're moving on to something new. A transition allows the audience to take a mental breath, and it helps them understand the structure of your talk. Now, transitions can be marked with things other than pauses. You might show a new slide, or have a distinctive slide design for each major transition in your talk. Perhaps you might move from one area of the stage to another to mark the transition in a visual way, especially if you're not using slides or some other kind of visual aid. Plan your transitions so the audience can notice and understand the structure of your talk. They understand that, oh, he's finished one point and now she's moved on to her next point. Now, the speaker's job is to inform and educate the audience, not simply broadcast your message out and leave it up to the audience whether they're going to hear, accept, or even understand it. The way that you deliver your presentation is important because it affects the audience's ability to hear your message. Now, this week I've got a great resource to share with you. It's called The Speaker's Roadmap. And if you're thinking about starting a new career or a side gig as a motivational speaker or a paid professional speaker, this is really going to help you out. I'm really pleased with this. It's very kind of succinct, but it packs a lot of information. And I've created it as an online course, which is completely free. So if you want to sign up, just go to malmesburyspeakers.com/roadmap. And you can sign up for free for the Speaker's Roadmap right there. That's malmesburyspeakers.com/roadmap. Roadmap is all one word. So the Speaker's Business Roadmap, it lays out the 4 essential components of a professional speaking business. That is, a speaking career that actually earns you money. And it will show you how to master each and every element. As I said, it's free to sign up. Just go to malmesburyspeakers.com/roadmap. Well, this has been Public Speaking Presenting Made Easy. I'm Mark Faithfull from the Malmesbury Speakers Academy. Just search Malmesbury Speakers on Facebook, YouTube or Instagram and you'll find me there. Now please leave a comment about a question or a topic you'd like to see me cover in a future episode. But until then, bye for now.